the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Coming up on the news at noon, standing before a judge, the teenager accused of attempting to murder another student on a school bus is due in court. What you can expect from this afternoon's hearing. And later, one step closer, what's next in the debt ceiling negotiations after a bipartisan compromise gets approved in the House.
And welcome to meteorological summer, folks. June just beginning, and we are dialing up those temperatures. Just how warm should you expect it to get this afternoon? We'll have a check of that forecast in just a bit.
Thank you, Damon. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. Today, a teenager charged with attempted murder is set to appear in court. The hearing comes exactly a month after police say he tried to kill another student on a Prince George's County school bus. Our Randy Bass is in the newsroom with what we know ahead of today's court appearance. Randy.
This teen, known to the public as Baby K, was arrested earlier this week on Tuesday in Riverdale Park. That's about 14 miles away from where police say he tried to attack another student on a school bus in the Glass Manor area of Prince George's County. That's north of Oxon Hill. At this point, 3 more teenagers also charged in that attempted murder on the school bus, but officers say Baby K is the one who tried to fire the gun that ultimately jammed and didn't go off. The Washington Post also reports Baby K is charged in the death of one of the other accomplice's siblings in D.C. He managed to evade arrest for about a month, but many questions in the case remain that police say they may never get answers to. County Executive Angela Alsobrooks is calling on community members for help in curbing the youth violence problem.
Where are their family members? Where are the aunties, the uncles, the godmamas? Where are the people who are responsible for these youth? They are not responsible for themselves.
How are these kids getting these guns? That should be the biggest focus in this area.
Officers have not found the gun used in the attack. Police also say if they're able to track down anyone who helped Baby K evade arrest, they too could be prosecuted. And as for today's bond hearing in Prince George's County Court, that is expected to get underway at 1:15 this afternoon. And of course, we'll bring you additional updates as we get them. In the newsroom, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
Randy, thank you. Meantime, Prince George's County schools are trying to tackle the violence in the district. PGPS held a safety meeting in response to the school bus attack last month. One mother says that she wants to see more resources to students to help prevent the violence. County officials say that they are putting money towards after-school and violence prevention programs.
If we could have done something to change the course of those individuals' lives, to even think that that was appropriate and make sure that they did something other than that.
It's all of us together, coming together to fix the situation and to look at our children as a village that we're all responsible for raising.
School officials and parents also discussed chronic absences and adding more officers to schools. Well, some anti-violence advocates and parents say that they're surprised by how young some students are that are committing these crimes. One D.C. nonprofit called Mute the Violence D.C. says the problem is kids are being overexposed to violence. One mental health expert agrees. He says that parents need to be proactive and keep their kids away from violence in the first place.
Believe it or not, not all of them are bad kids. They're not bad kids. They're just being overly exposed and underexposed to the things that they should be indulging and engaging in at, such a young age.
Parents need to be looking for ways to get their children involved in extracurricular activities, in group activities, in sports.
And Mute Teen Violence DC and that mental health expert both say that having a sense of community is important to curb this trend. Well, it's the first day of June and the first day of meteorological summer, whatever that means, but we're going to find out. Taking a live look outside, they're already heating up around the DMV. Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us for the latest check in the forecast. And Damon, you kind of feel it getting a little warmer if you go outside.
Yes, you sure can, Mark. Right on time. And yeah, all that means meteorological summer. And we turn the calendars over to June. It's all about just keeping those temperature and other weather numbers in line, if you will, easier to track through the full months. So yes, we've entered into June, and rightfully so. There we go. The temperatures, they are on the rise as we are already climbing up into the upper 70s and lower 80s out there as we head into the lunch hour. This is where our high temperatures topped out at yesterday afternoon. So yeah, we're well on pace to exceed that and jump well into the 80s before all is said and done. And this is just the start of the warm up here over the next few days, folks. Here you have it. We are going to see less and less cloud cover. Still, we could have some haze floating about out there in the sky at times. But again, that is not going to stop our temperatures from hitting the middle 80s all the way across the entire DMV this afternoon. The good news is humidity levels are staying down, so it's not going to feel warm and muggy. You're just going to really feel that warmth out there in that direct sunlight. Now, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, worth mentioning again. We are headed toward the lower 90s tomorrow afternoon, and it has been since last year for some of the DMV that we have hit the 90-degree mark. DC, Hagerstown, Martinsburg. It was all late August into early September that we were in the lower 90s of last year. Now, earlier this year, places like Leesburg, Kaiser, Cumberland did briefly climb up to that 90-degree mark. So it's a mixed bag. We haven't really had this level of warmth or heat, if you will, across the entire DMV just yet. And we're a little behind schedule in that regard. The typical first 90-degree day for DC, Dulles, we're talking mid to late May, and we've already exceeded that. So yes, it's about that time where we do start to see this much heat. Are we going to see 90 degrees across the entire area tomorrow? And what are those rain chances looking like then for your Saturday? We'll have a full check of your forecast here in just a bit.
Okay, Damon, thank you very much. And happening today, workers at a popular D.C. lunch spot are boycotting. Union representatives say that employees at Union Kitchen stores will be protesting what they call, quote, unlawful patterns of behavior towards union workers. It begins at 4 p.m. when union reps will hold a briefing to discuss details of the boycott. This is being organized by the United Food and Commercial Workers Labor Union. The debt ceiling bill is on the way to the Senate. Last night, the House passed a bipartisan bill that raises the debt ceiling and avoid a financial meltdown. The bill passed following weeks of contentious stop-and-go negotiations. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley has more from the Capitol Hill.
Now that legislation heads to the Senate, where we could see a vote as early as tomorrow or this weekend if need be. The House passed that bill last night in an overwhelming 314 to 117 vote. It was primarily moderate Democrats and Republicans who got the bill across the finish line, with many of their far-right and far-left colleagues voting against the legislation. Few seem totally happy with the bill, but mostly agree it was better than allowing the country to default on its debt and set off a financial disaster. Now, the bill suspends the debt ceiling through 2024, caps spending at current levels, adds new work requirements to some people getting food stamps, and changes how some energy initiatives are permitted. Republicans against the bill said its spending cuts didn't go far enough, and some Democrats against the legislation say the bill would hurt poor people and the environment. Supporters admit it's not perfect, but say they're happy.
We all made history, because this is the biggest cut and savings this Congress has ever voted for.
In divided government, we of course cannot allow the perfect to be the enemy of the good. And President Biden did an incredibly good job under difficult circumstances.
And we'll get a better sense later today when the Senate might take this legislation up for its vote. That's the latest here on Capitol Hill. We'll send it back to you guys.
Well, new this afternoon, students are preparing for the student loan payment freeze to end. The 3-year pause on payments will end this summer regardless of how the Supreme Court rules on student debt forgiveness. And here's how you can prepare to pay back those loans. The president of the Institute of Student Loan Advisors says to wait to make payments until the freeze ends. And she says to put the money into a savings account. Officials say that talking to a financial advisor is a great tool to educate students about their options. Payment plans are another great way to spread out the payments. And if you can't pay, learn how to navigate the possibility of loan default and how it can affect credit. In West Virginia, the Department of Justice has filed a civil complaint against the governor's son, Jim Justice III. They allege that his 13 coal companies haven't paid fines for mining violations, while the DOJ claims He owned firms that committed more than 130 violations of federal law from 2018 to 2022 and ignored more than 50 warnings to halt operations. Now, those added up to roughly $7.6 million in unpaid fees. Governor Justice, who's now running for West Virginia's soon-to-be empty Senate seat, has reportedly tried to sell his family's coal business during the campaign process, and that's according to the Wall Street Journal. Well, Governor Justice did respond to these allegations in his statement. He says, quote, Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, and the Democrats have seen the polls that show Jim Justice winning this race, and they're panicking.